they've seen so much resistance from from us buying the Tropical Sun, that we now have young people in the dances trying to work out the psychology of the black person, because that we're always giving up our jewels to them.
That's right.
We've lost our wisdom with our enemy. So we could just hear that, you know, 2 black men in America got killed, or Nipsey Hussle got killed, and you're still out there penetrating, and you're having people in your roots dances that are not you, playing your music, your style, and selling it to you, and you're going, yeah, Rastafari. I said, listen, I don't know what's going on, but if things don't change, I just want out personally. So sorry, Brother Barry, to go off on a tangent.
Personally, I mean, I ain't got problem with other people wanting to buy in and come in to a degree. But what I find is that it's like what I go on in South Africa, right? You say you can mine, you can this, you can do that. But, all right, go in there, you're taking it. But the people don't even have food, clothing, and shelter.
No.
You see me, I say? So that's why, because you don't even deserve it. You see me, I say? So this is like, you know, it's like them take over the business, and then them are keeping out the people who's the real people. They're keeping us out. So that means it's an agenda then, because you don't want to share. You want to keep us out and just let a little few token people.
But to keep us out of the share of what is ours, that's the part that's really...
But they would have checked it's for their market. It's like they would have said, if you want to go make money, you go Africa.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Really?
Well, that's the way...
That's the psychology.
That's the psychology, because
right.
when you check it, it's like what happened with Elvis Presley. You know what I mean? You take a black cultural thing and you know you can make money from it, so you take it into your market where you can make money from it. You see me, I say? So, because we couldn't do the same thing. Because it's our thing, but we can't sell it to them because we're coming up against racism. But somebody can use your thing, and then, because they don't have racism, they can make extra amount, you know what they call it, white privilege to them. Do you know what I'm saying? You can benefit from that. Because, you know what I'm saying? But on the other side of things, that white person couldn't go to Africa and sell their things like reggae, because I don't think it would work. The Africans wouldn't buy white reggae. Do you know what I'm saying? But we could do it, you know what I mean? If we had something we could take from, that was white, that Africans needed, and we could, but our market is not that big. You see, for example, if that market it's big, but it's not like how in the West, where people are really spending money, because they have made our economies poor, and this is where the rich economies are. But the resources are in Africa, but the people over the... I was in Gambia the other day, and I'm walking around like, no pavements, thinking myself, this is out of order. You know what I mean? Look how the people in my live compared to what I go on up here, sir.
But I think that for me, I really appreciate what you're saying. And like I said, this is the Sista Moorino show. We have Brother Barry Dread in Blessed Radio with us. It's an honour to have this wonderful human being in our presence. It's really a privilege. I personally believe, Brother Barry, that that how we used to have, like my parents used to have the what did we have, the little where they would do the money together, and
partner,
the partner, and the old ways that, like you said, that were successful are where we're going to have our success. But I think what I'm saying about the integration, and don't get it, it's not a racist thing, it's just a race first thing.
Yeah.
Because every other race puts themselves first.
That's right.
But we as black people,
man,
we're not supposed to negotiate. We're supposed to be aliens, and it's different for us. But every other race it is scrambling for our jewels within us.
That's right. Still the scramble for Africa still a go on.
And the scramble for and the scramble for the individual soul is going on.
Yes, it is.
So I'm just more concerned. I don't want to really go down that road, but I really want to say that race first and black spaces where you can be with your one another for a minute is on the table for me, and it needs to be on the table for more of us, because we need to discuss and think about the situations that are happening. And this is not going against race. We love individuals that understand that we have a real struggle in this community, and the work of Brother Barry is simply amazing. So we want you to get involved with Brother Barry. And can we buy this? Can we
need
buy
love?
that? Yeah.
We Need Love is not, well, to tell you the truth, But I don't think you can really buy it, you know. It's not on sale anymore. You know?
Oh, so couldn't you re-release that or anything?
Well, maybe at some point. You know, I've actually been thinking of it, but you know, when the resources there, you know what I mean. But you know, I just give
or
thanks.
if there is someone out there that has got loads and loads of dosh and wants to do something to kind of, you know, change the way black music has, where black music is, build the infrastructures again, let us know at Blessed Radio 1. Come on, this is beautiful music. And we're going to hear some more. What we're going to hear now, Brother Barry?
Yes, I'm going to dedicate this one to my father and my mother, you know, and all of the people who came here to England, you know, see it. And basically, I give thanks that my father upped himself out of Jamaica and come here, you know, so we saw a different perspective of life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He didn't know what would manifest when him come forward over here. Neither did we. We were brought up in a situation where, for the first time, we are in England. You know what I mean? You know, our parents didn't know how to deal with us. We didn't know how to check the system. You know what I mean? And we just come out, and it was like big breeze that blow outside. You know what I mean? And if you weren't attached to your culture or anything, you could get blown away. But luckily for us at the time, there was a lot of things to attach us to our culture. We had with sound systems, we had with bands, we had with reggae music, we had so much to, you know, make us know we were ourselves, you know what I'm saying? So we give thanks to them time, and coming to England has helped I and I to get understanding of the world. You see me, I say, because it's the center of, it's the belly of Babylon. You understand?
The belly of
you
Babylon.
understand? So we in here, we get for, we could not waste my time here, and you know gather the knowledge, and I'm sure my ancestors are glad to know that we can thank over, you know what I mean, and come out of that. No matter, even though we grew up Christian life or whatever, those are the ways the ancestors try to reach through us. Just through Rastafari itself, you can see the ancestors rise up through it. You see me, I say, and it's what we do from there. You see me, I say, as Rastas, because there's so much things that we're not doing. Because if we understood our African spirituality, we would observe wisdom now. If we could observe wisdom, even on an individual basis, much less as a people, as even, you know, because, you know, anyway, this tune is called Coming to England, Rastafari.
In our Blessed Radio 1 with us, with the Sista Moorino show. Brother Barry, what's this tune called?
Coming to England.
Yeah, Coming to England.
They thought they'd have a wonderful time coming to England. They thought that the streets where paved with gold, just like her throne. They left from out of bright sunshine to doom and gloom. Smoke bellowed up from outer factories, but they were houses. They thought they would be fine in England. They were coming to the motherland, oh yeah. Some say that once you come to England, you will never go back home. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh yeah. Ooh. One knock, two knock, they say you can't come in. Cats and dogs welcome. Some say they never plan to stay. Well, not for long, no. One you then two then send for the rest. Set up foundation. With no sense of our history, we lose our culture. They thought they would be fine in England. They were coming to the motherland. Oh yeah, yeah. Some say that once you come to England, you will never go back home. Whoa, 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 yeah, yeah. Whoa, yeah.
Oh my days, that song is amazing. Oh my days. Now you're saying that is not available for us to buy. Are you serious?
No, it's not, but I've been thinking about putting that one at least.
Oh
I
my
need
days.
to do a video and stuff, you know what I mean? Cause a video would be nice with that.
Oh my, amazing. Brother Barry, trust me with that.
Yeah, but
Oh my Lord.
when you work by yourself, you have a team and all them things there, you just have to do what you can do. You can't do everything. See it? So me just work, me just take my time and do my thing. And I say give thanks to my father, Papa. You understand, for buying me that guitar there. You understand, because he could have easily said, oh, me no have no money for buying no guitar. You know what I mean? But him buy me the guitar. You see me, I saying that, you never know, so that would make I'd be a musician. You know what I mean? Because my bass playing has taken me around the world.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean? Because me can play bass, because there's a shortage of good musicians even in England right now. So musician, my playing has taken me around the world. You know what I mean?
So let's just start though, because there's so much to say. Let's just start, but let's just get some historical narrative on this as well, because okay, so after let's start with the Sunset Band. Let's go back a little bit and come forward.
Yeah, Sunset Band, man. Yeah, man. Clive Aiken, Cleve, Nuni, and Jeffrey Beckford, Errol Mattis. And then we had a singer as well in the band, Gilroy Sidden, who came in afterwards. We had a great band, and but what happened is, we was working alongside, what it is, you have Instigators as well from Tottenham here.
Oh, I remember the Instigators.
And Fat Man used to run Instigators, and obviously they used to do a lot of session work too. You see me, I said, so when we used to be in conjunction with Fat Man sometime. You understand? And we get a lot of work. We get a lot of work with Leroy Smart. We work with Super Cat. We've done Pat Kelly. We've done John Holt. We've done so much artists over the years. You know what I mean? And what happened is it put a strain on us as a band as well. Because, you do enough shows and something. We've done alternate. We've done so much artists. And some of the times, get where you're supposed to get and rated. And what it does, it take away because the singer sit down so. Sing and ask. When you have work with different artists, we should actually be concentrating on our own thing. So we always established, let's do our own album. We eventually did an album, Sunset Band album, which we only released one track out of it.
Yeah, that's right. What's that tune called now?
It's called You Are the One.
You Are the One. That's
See?
the one.
And that was from 1990, that release. And me one release it. Because by that time the band actually broke up. You know what I mean? And I said, what?
What was that, in the 90s you broke up, isn't it?
No, yeah, 89.
1989.
Right, so me decided to put it out myself. But I was like, see me one in our studio, like, cutting place, I said, sure, it's sad that me one out of the whole band there. And I said, decided, I'm not going to continue with it. You know what I mean? I just got there and call myself Barry and got there. You know what I mean? And then from I start doing that, I just work the mountain, because we was with High Fashion in it before that. And I don't know if anybody remember High Fashion Music Corp off Caledonia Road there.
Right.
That's where, we started from Prince Park initially. INT Immortal used to play underneath the bridge there, right? But the building was originally started by a brother named Roy, who kicked on. We started squatting in the place. So the council wanted us out, and we basically, through the Caribbean Times, was on Fonthill Road. John St. Louis, who was the marketing manager of Caribbean Times, come in and helped us with the bureaucratic side. He told us how to present our case to the council, and we did it. And about 200 men got out of the council, because it was during the times of the riots and so forth. And we get the place. Eventually we got something from the council. To cut a long story short, we got the building on Brewery Road, which is off Caledonia Road. And it was running for about a good 6-7 years. proper music company. The whole idea of it's to be a mini Motown. You know what I mean? Because we had rehearsal facilities, studio. I was the label manager at one point. You know what I mean? That's why we kind of know all the radio station them and find out. You know, we're all doing our thing, but what was going on? It was like politics again. John St. Louis, and you know, people in there. It was like the place was like Africa. We felt like the rebels. You know what I mean? And my brethren, who was the drummer of the band, he was like the rebel leader. And then you had the puppet leader, the brethren who was running, you know, who had the keys for the place. But you know, it was them kind of tension going on. If we had the power of the place, the financial clout, we would have made things happen. But it was like it was somehow they wanted to suppress us and stop our movements. You know what I mean? So eventually it did carry on until about 92, 93, and then it closed down. But High Fashion Music Corp, great.
Oh,
wow. It was a great resource in the community. Yeah, great resource in the community. And as I said, we just kept going on from there. I just kept going on from there. And from there, so now, I find, so now, about 92, 93, I was ready to start my own album. And I started the studio. Then I linked with, I got a call from my brethren saying them I look for a BSc. A Rasta look for a BSc, and them based in Holland. I said, eh? So when they managed to get my number and thing called the IQ, the Rastafari called me. And so I went to Holland, me and Jimmy Lyon from here too. And Jimmy Lyon was playing keyboard, I played bass, and we went over there. It was great. Them time them still, as a Rast, me still used to eat me like a meat and thing, me like a chicken and thing. You know what I mean? And thing, you know. You know. But when me go amongst them, I tell Rasta man, them say, oh, because you know, remember say, most of us, even who sight far, we don't really grow as far. We only start to realize it in the late 20s, or early 20s, or late teens. And by that time, we're already conditioned in eating certain things and living certain way.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So we don't realize the whole spirituality of it because we're still young. You know what I mean? We even within the knowledge of Rastafari, we was young within everything. And when we get the knowledge of certain things, we put down certain aspects of what we thought was right. And we move on, you know?
So meat is out of the question.
Meat is out of the question, no. You know what I mean?
Does that mean you don't eat fish, though?
I eat fish of it occasionally.
Oh, right.
Because, I don't know, I suppose that's still my little weakness. You know what I mean? But I love my fish. You know what I mean? But I don't eat it, like, say, every week or so. You know, every occasion. And I find, say, yeah, man, you know, give me like a fried fish and thing and so forth. You know, I suppose that's my weakness. But we eat our vegetables.
Of course you do. You look amazing. you look amazing. I was just going to say, like, so from the Sunset Band, and then so when did you come into the realization that you really wanted to pursue when did you come to that point when you did, you know?
Well, I'm going to say from the early 90s. You see my message because I linked with IQ Rastafari. What with IQ Rastafari now? We didn't just do one show. We toured out the whole of Europe.
The whole of Europe is, absolutely.
Yeah, and I was working at the post office at the time. So I don't know how me do it. But them time there was things was more lax. You know, like putting certificate, all the thing. I must have taken up in 1 year I must take up about 150 a day.
Oh wow.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
just
wow.
going to Europe, we tour out the whole of Europe.
Yeah.
We got Sweden, we got France, we got Norway, we got listen man. We got everywhere with IQ Rastafari. And then eventually
and that was the Naya Bingi, wasn't it?
Yeah, man.
And was that so? What did the Naya Bingi do for you? I mean, in that period of time, what kind of elevation?
Well, what I'm saying,
talking about?
He was a Rasta man that had good clarity when he reasoned. That you see me. I say is the clarity of his reasoning. You know, I say we'd start the show with a Naya Bingi chant and so forth, but it's straight, tough reggae music that I play. On top of that, you know. And his whole reasoning was clarity, you know? And at the time when you're a young Ras, you're looking for clarity within everything. So he was a good inspiration for I and I them time, as well as his brothers, as well as the other man them around. And I suppose I influenced them as well in my own way, because I was coming from a UK perspective. You know what I'm saying? Where, you know, them man, they might have grown different, because you see, some people grow as Rastafari. You know what I mean? And we only come into the realization of it. You know what I mean? But we get to realize that there's a lot of things to know, you know what I mean, about certain things. So yeah, man, we appreciate IQ La Rastafari and the time I spent, because what happened is in 2006 we started to tour again. He came and we actually took us round. We went around the world this time. With Kimani Marley.
Was that within a 10-year span? And wasn't that like 10 years difference?
Yeah, 10-year difference. Because like 93 he wanted to go to Africa, and certain things was going on in my life and so forth. I couldn't join him on that move there, and it was I saw it worked out, because they got caught up in what was going on with Rwanda and everything like that.
Oh wow!
Yes. Yeah, and
what would you mean, in the sense that they were stopped, they weren't able to play?
The band everybody had to come back. You know, the whole team, IQ that stayed out there. You know, and help certain people and so forth. Remember a great story about that. You know, but I stayed. I didn't go on that journey. I stayed back and went, and because I said no, we can't join the item. I've done my time and so forth. I've got to hold on to my works, because my works is I have my young family and so forth, so we couldn't, lose that. So I hold on to my works and just got you and just work on my playing and doing session works and working on my own songs and my things. You see me, I said. So I didn't want to, so I did my own thing. So but what happened is 2006, 10 years later, he asked me if me interested on this one. So yeah, I joined him, and I was in a better position, I suppose. And yeah, we ended up we'd done about 8 shows in Europe, and then from there we flew over. It was we was actually going to New Caledonia, but we ended up landed in Japan, fly right over Russia. It must have got 17 hours to fly.
That is one big
long piece of flight.
And
we ended up in Japan, and then from there, so we fly from there, so right down into New Caledonia. You know what I mean? And we spent about 2 weeks in New Caledonia, did 2 shows there. One of them was cancelled. And from Dessa now, we ended up in Tahiti. So if you look at the globe, you have to go around to the other side. You know what I'm saying? Tahiti was a beautiful little place, But I can't talk about this time without mentioning New Caledonia and the people down there, the Kanaki people. Just like I and I, You see them, you see Kanaki I and I, people. Kanaki people. Mm-hmm. See? And I actually saw one.
And where were they? Where were they? In Japan?
No, New Caledonia. New Caledonia is off the coast, is about 400 miles off the coast of Australia.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are they Aboriginal looking type people?
No.
Interesting.
No, them look like me and you.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Them black people.
Oh.
Yeah, man.
I love people. That.
And the what is, that's why me know, say, reggae music reached the 4 corners of the world, because Rasta people was, not Rasta amongst them. You see me, I say? And then, furthermore, them said in the 80s, the French wanted to wipe them out, like how them wipe out the Tasmanians then. So them put up strong resistance, because ironically work out that the French that them learn is what helped them to defeat stand them ground, because before the island is so big that there was about 13 different languages there, and they never, they just got by. But when the French come in and took over, taught them all French, so now they can all speak to one another now. So out of the 13 tribes, about 9 of them got together. The rest of them wanted to join France. But, they got together and put up such a strong resistance to France, they made a deal. So France and them lot control Numia, the capital, and the people control the whole of the rest. You see me, I said, beautiful place. Beautiful. And the French infrastructure is good, the roads are good, very. When I drive down the motorway, we can see the big fly up on the motorway with the show, come on, Marley. Yeah,
wow.
It's like,
that sounds great.
Yeah, because it's the son of Bob Marley come, and they gave us the same greetings like we come, and their houses are specially designed.
So is it Kimani?
Kimani, yeah.
Is it Kimani?
Mm-hmm.
Kimani's the one that was in that film, Shutter.
That's right.
Right.
Yeah,
I like Kimani.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, man, wonderful vibration them time there. Believe me.
So you've done a lot of work and I actually said to you after, Brother Elroy passed, I knew that you were going to be the top bass player that you that is your standing. But what do they call someone who plays more than one instrument?
Multi-instrumentalist.
Yeah, multi-instrument. But because you don't only play the bass, even though you're phenomenal with the bass.
True.
You're a multi-instrumentalist.
We can play everything around drum, bass, guitar, and piano. But bass that's what I take on stage. You know what I mean? Everything else is just for me. You know what I mean? What me do for me and jam. Sometimes I like to play my little drums and feel like me a slide down bar, yes? You understand? And sometimes I play my little piano. And because I'm showing my youth man how to deal with that now. You see me, I say I'm trying to get him into the music. Because he's into music. And I have to get him into it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
I just have to say that it's that coming to England just so resonates with me. It kind of, you could put that behind any Windrush thing, any situation, soundtrack, and that it just conjures up. I don't want to use the word conjure, but it brings to life that moment. And for you as a son, talking about your parents like that, I just find that really, I find that beautiful.
And actually, the Kingsway Project, which is they deal with the Windrush annual events. Them take the song.
Did they?
Yeah, the song's on their website. Yeah, man. The song's on their website. So it is related to the Windrush already. In that regard.
So
man.
it is?
Yeah, man. And actually, we did a little performance. You know, this is years back now. But yeah, the sister, I can't remember her name. But because we do email each other, but they're in Birmingham. You know what I mean? But them take my song and say, yeah, man. You know, they put it on their website and everything. And it's a part of their, you know.
But I know you're humble and you're generous, but I really want to focus on you. I really feel like your music is just not reached where it's supposed to be, even though it is phenomenal. It's like this silent mover. But we're going to move it up and up and up and up and up and up. It's so wonderful. So where are we going now then?
I'm going to my new album.
So the new album is...
Bread Basket.
Oh, no, Bread Basket. Now, I have Bread Basket. And there's not one track. There's not one track that you couldn't listen to. It's amazing. How long did it take you to do this particular album?
Well, this album is as well. I'd say I started about 2009 with the Gideon family.
Right.
With the Gideon family, which is Ras Larry and Jimmy Lyon, Rim Bim, at the time Otis as well. Otis Cox from Motor Rassites. Keezy, who's on keys? Yes, Saito and guitarist Rennie Bailey, and sometime Stumpy play with we, you know. But basically Gideon family we actually recorded about 18 songs. Right? Everybody recorded 5 songs each. That's how we started. You know what I mean? And basically, my first 4 songs, it was 4 songs each. My first 4 songs I recorded with Gideon family was First World, What's Up, Talk to Me, and Sweet Lady.
Love Sweet Lady.
You know what I mean? So those 4 songs I recorded, so I had them there from 2009, and I said, "Chuck, I ain't gonna."
But your Lovers Rock came out in the Sweet Lady a bit. Still.
Yeah, man. I was only 1 and 2 long time. You understand? Yeah, man. In fact, you know, my next single after Joy will be a Lovers tune. You know, actually, it's gonna be a Lovers song. So,
and is that because I know that you have a heart for women?
Yeah. Because as I'm saying, you know. Malcolm X said, educate a woman, you educate a nation. You understand? So if I can have a whole heap of woman fans, that'd be fantastic.
You will. I'm one. Sista Moorino is an absolute fan.
You know what I'm saying? Because my greatest joy is to think, because as I said, this next track I'm going to play, right? My niece is a Christian. She bought one of my albums for me. Respect due to her, you know. She bought the album and she have 2 little youths, you know, and what she sent back an image of them dancing to my songs. Bread Basket in particular. And we see the piece of dancing them put down and singing, you know. And mommy a sing along. You see me and say, Africa bread basket of the world. And everyone I eat out, I eat. No, you see, as far as I'm concerned, the whole world's supposed to sing that. You see me and say, with the realization that, you know, Africa is the bread basket of the world. Everyone is eating out of it.
The metaphors that you
stop
use.
that.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So, yeah. This one you call bread basket.
Amazing. Bread basket. Brother Barry, well done. With this tune, well done.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Africa, the basket of the world, and everyone I eat out I eat, yeah. Africa, the basket of the world, and everyone I eat out I eat. Africa, the basket of the world, and everyone I eat out I eat, yeah. Africa, the basket of the world, and everyone I eat out I eat. I see my brothers fighting somebody else's war. I see my sisters struggling with no milk on their breast. Them are us in confusion. They're taking our mind, yeah. While the riches of our mother is being ripped from out the land. Africa, the basket of the world, and everyone I eat out I eat, yeah. Africa, the basket of the world, and everyone I eat out I eat, yeah. Africa, the basket of the world, and everyone I eat out I eat, yeah. Africa, the basket of the world, and everyone I eat out I eat, yeah. Them burn, them loot, them plunder, and take without consent to build their banks and their cities while we fill their prison cells. I hear my ancestors calling from the bottom of the ships, and the spirit of Marcos say rise up, yeah. Africa, the basket of the world, and everyone I eat out I eat, yeah. Africa, the basket of the world, and everyone I eat out I eat, yeah. Africa, the basket of the world, and everyone I eat out I eat, yeah. Africa, the basket of the world, and everyone I eat out I eat, except for we, oh, except for we. Oh, 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 oh. Them burn, them loot, them plunder, and take without consent to build their banks and their cities while we fill their prison cells, yeah. I hear my ancestors calling from the bottom of the ships, and the spirit of Marcos say rise up, yeah. Africa, the basket of the world, and everyone I eat out I eat, yeah. Africa, the basket of the world, and everyone I eat out I eat, yeah. Africa, the basket of the world, and everyone I eat out I eat, yeah. Africa, the basket of the world, and everyone I eat out I eat, except for we, oh, except for we.
Yes, that was Bread Basket by Brother Barry Dread. How you like that? Nice. Very nice. This is the Sista Moorino show. Time is running so fast, Brother Barry, and we haven't even started to talk about much yet.
Seriously. Yeah, man, time, you know, second, man. But, you know, me just respect and honor the actual fact that you die. Honor me with that good time on your radio show. You know, see it and we give thanks for that, you know, because that is one of the hardest thing to have a platform. You know, you work on your album for 3-4 years, you know what I'm saying? You put it out there and it's like, what, you know, what's it all about? It look like, you know what I mean? Nobody acknowledges it. There's no media. We got nobody, no magazine, no one write about it, because in '97 when I did Mother's Cry, they were rushing me. You see me, I said. In 2016 when I put out Bread Basket, nobody interested. Send it to Reggaeville, them not interested. Send it to Echoes, them not interested. I remember some Echoes is named Black. No, just name Echoes now. So, them not interested in my thing. You see me, I say?
I'm very much interested in what you're doing.
That's right. So
Bless.
this is our
Barry.
media, right? So we are doing Sista Moorino. So we give thanks every time. That's the
And sometimes it goes back down to the most humblest spec again, and maybe that's what we're having to learn to go back to basics because we lost our way somewhere. But let me just tell the audience this: Breadbasket is how much are you selling this CD for?
£10.
And this has maybe 19 to 20 excuse me,
15 tracks on there.
15 tracks on the albums. Excuse me for that. And every track is amazing. So where would they be going to find Breadbasket right now? Where would they find that?
You can any specialist reggae shops is in there, and it's available for download on Amazon and iTunes and so forth. So and CD Baby, when you know. It's up there, so you can get any track from off the album on Breadbasket.
Well, I always say this. I mean, I try and do one or two things with black businesses every week conscientiously. I think you have to be conscious about, all right, how can I spend with my own this week? It could be a small sum, but try and be conscious about ourselves and how we spend. Think about our one another and think about how we unify. Unification is not just unity. Unity is how our actions. So we need to spend. Let's think about how we spend with our one another to keep unity going, because unity is not just one level. It's there's so many layers to what unity means for us economically and the rest. So I'm just proud to have Brother Barry with me today, and like I said, you can find his music Breadbasket on Amazon, CD Baby, and where else can we find it?
iTunes.
Yeah, we can find it on iTunes and Specialized Reggae, special reggae.
Yeah, man, our specialist reggae shop. And you can box me on Facebook as well, Barry Dread, you know what I mean, and Instagram, Barry Dread. And, I will send you a copy or you can come pick it up or whatever. We can still have X amount of copies still for sale,
No,
so you can link me.
Absolutely
live
brilliant.
Copy.
Absolutely
and remember,
brilliant.
say our live music, see it?
And we need the frequency because like you said earlier on, the frequency has disappeared.
Man.
And the frequency destroys everything about us because that covers us, and we need the frequency. So live music, I actually promote live music, and I'm in love with live music.
Mm-hmm.
So well done to that. So where are we now? So we're coming to the late stage.
Wow.
Where is it gone, Brother Barry? You're gonna have to come back and be with us again.
To do now. We'll just go for the gun and the knife.
The gun and the knife. Is that still off the same Breadbasket album?
Yeah, it's Breadbasket.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, this is Gun and Knife from the Breadbasket album, Brother Barry Dread.
Oops. That's it.
Through the gun and the knife, we are lose bare life in a wicked situation. Panfield and plantation, don't you see? Through the gun and the knife, we are lose bare life in a wicked situation. Panfield and plantation. If you know what it's like to lose a life, more than strife, mother cry and father cry, and sister don't know the reason why. Oh, the pain they bear. Through the gun and the knife, we are lose bare life in a wicked situation. Panfield and plantation, don't you see? Through the gun and the knife, we are lose bare life in a wicked situation. Panfield and plantation, they use all forms of devices on us and make some youths go astray. They don't even know night from day. It's such a crime when a youth man loses life, yeah, for no good reason why. gun and the knife, we are lose their life in a wicked situation on freedom plantation. They take us for a joke, robber smoking the coke, walking with their eyes shut. We need to open our eyes. The rich never think of the poor, so the poor got to make some more. Unity and love is what the world needs today. Through the gun and the knife, we are lose their life in a wicked situation, Panfield and plantation. Don't you see? Through the gun and the knife, we are lose their life in a wicked situation, Panfield and plantation. Don't lose your life, don't lose your life, through the gun and the knife. Yeah, 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 because they use all forms of devices on us and make some youths go astray. They don't even know night from day. It's such a crime when a youth man loses life, yeah, by the hand of a brother.
Yes, that was Gun and the Knife. And you know, these young people, we want to put down the gun and the knife. So I love the fact that Brother Barry deals with the issues at hand. Like I said, we have no journalists for ourselves. We rely on our musicians and artists to be conveying the information with the love and the vibration, which is historical. So we just bless Brother Barry. So welcome again, Brother Barry.
Yes, it's me, Empress. You know
We need to summarize because time flies so fast when you're having fun.
True, you know. You can't believe it. You said at the time, you know, time is like a state of consciousness.
Truly.
You know what I mean? And we realized that from the time that I work at the post office. You know what I mean? Yeah.
It was long in the post office.
Yes, right. You know, because if you have a whole heap of letters in front of you, let's go bang, 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 bang. Before you know it, hour gone.
Yeah.
But if you have a few,
Yeah.
and you got an hour to go, it's like that. Boy, like hour feel like the whole day. 5 minutes feel like an hour.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So yeah, it's a state of consciousness for you. You know, and the state of consciousness right now of our people needs to be risen. You know what I mean? It's not words, you know, and I mean it's amongst the youths them and the grandchildren. I would say we have to change the program somehow. Change the program, get it into the youths. The information that is required, you know, to break that cycle. I remember talking about, as I said, I was talking about this the other day about, you know, how the youth, one of the youth them around me was talking about Captain America.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, Captain America. So great about Captain America. You never hear Captain Africa. And the youth was like, Captain Africa? Who's Captain Africa? I said, you never hear Captain Africa. You can just disappear and just go straight in here and come out. Oh, you never hear it tweak your imagination because you see, that's what they get. That's what they're doing to us. They get our youths from them time. They talk about Captain America. I'm to Captain Africa. We're supposed to be the ones to create the stories for them. You know what I mean? And create that imaginary, that wow factor in their minds. But we leave it to Babylon to do it. And once Babylon do it, then we can tell we youth them after them reach a certain age. You know what I mean? They've been programmed, indoctrinated. You know what I mean? And that's how they get into us. Because there's so much screens now. Everywhere you look, there's a screen. You know what I mean? So how could we protect our youths from what's going on out there? Do you know what I mean? The only way, play them roots reggae music, yeah? Roots reggae music.
And come together though,
Rasta music,
mm-hmm. But also unity amongst man and woman, because I think our relationships have struggled. I still keep focusing on, you know, stronger relationships. We feel like we're really up against the wall in so many ways, and I was watching a video the other day where the young boys, all the young dark skinned boys, were saying they would never choose a dark-skinned girlfriend. These are like under 20-year-old.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying.
And I was thinking, what's going on?
It's programming. Yeah, it's programming.
And so I just feel that there's a lot for us as elders to be doing out here, and I just want to be a part of the solution, and I do believe that unity is strength. But what's your final words for us today? Because I'm sorry, we need more, Brother Barry, but the time runs away.
Time gone. Well, final words. I mean, more love and more strength to the old massive out there. You know, we need it. And all I can say is don't let Babylon take away your joy. Because that's what they do. They try to kill your joy, kill our happiness. Remember, I said we was a time when we was happy and free. You understand? And then come along and change the whole program, and we're not so happy and free like we did before. But we can't make them change we program and take away our joy.
Oh, Brother Barry, don't make me cry. Don't make me cry.
Well, every little thing we try to do, them destroy it. You see me, I said the first time them drop bomb in America is from black people, I lie?
Absolutely.
You see me, I said, so any little park thing we do, them try and mash it up. If we have a unity, because them try to say we're lazy, we're not lazy.
No.
We've done so much things to try and pull ourselves together and then kill the main man. Because we get to find out the other day that most of the man them lynch in America is businessman,
Like in the
you see me, I say 90% of the man them lynch in America is businessman.
Wow.
You see me, I say man them who's trying and
Wow.
Well, that's what them said. But if you look at drunkard down the road, them not interested in you.
But the conclusion, but I still think that Africa, the actual, we have to go full circle with Africa, whether we're living there or not.
Mm-hmm.
We still have to, more of us have to come into some realization of why we're so great and why we're the target. We have to understand why we're the target, but we have to find ourselves. So I feel that going to Africa is something that's really important in this whole sojourn. We need to sojourn there. We need to sojourn in Africa. I'd love to see more people going and seeing what they can see.
Yes, I am.
So Brother Barry, I'm so sorry. My name's Sista Moorino. This is Brother Barry in the house of Blessed Radio 1. I know you've got a special for us before we leave, though.
Yeah, yes, I
So what's this? We've got.
It's my new tune.
Yep.
And it's called Joy. So I'm saying no one take away your joy. This one's called Joy. See, it's my latest tune and it's available on all download sites. Check it out, please.
Yes, yes, yes. I just want to thank Brother Barry for joining us today. So thank you, Brother Barry. This is Sista Moorino Show. Thank you so much.
I give thanks for that, and God bless you every time, Ox and Iron Man, and keep up the good works, Rastafari now.
Thank you, Brother Barry.
I've got joy in my heart, yeah, 'cause every day, even though I'm feeling hurt, and I'm left to kiss the dirt, yeah, I jump over the hurdles, I get up when I'm pushed down. Don't keep
Yes, that is I've Got Joy by Brother Barry Dread. Make sure you go out and download that tune or find that tune in specialized record shops. Oh yeah, this one's just a digital download. Make sure you support this wonderful, wonderful brethren. And because we've got a couple of more minutes and he has so much wonderful music, we're going to hear one more tune, which is called First World. Aren't you lucky? Aren't you very lucky to have Brother Barry with us today? Thank you so much, Brother Barry. Let's just hear this wonderful tune, and that will conclude the show with Sista Moorino. Bless up. Yeah.
You are the creators of a great civilization. You laid the foundation of this world. You gave the world its first righteousness.
Good night. Good afternoon, Sista Moorino. Have a good afternoon.
With the permission of the ancestors, we love to salute you. You are the creators of a great civilization. You laid the foundation of this world. You gave the world its first righteousness, its first history, and it should never, ever be forgotten. Sila. Like a thief in the night, they came, robbing everything they can, taking everything they can. Like our history, our culture, they took it away. They took away our history, tortured us with brutality. What gives them the right to take our lives for diamonds and pearls? They wanna rule the world. They take us from front of history to places at the back. Yeah, and all the time we're still under attack. And whoa, oh, oh, why they call like third world? Why do they lie when they know we're first world? Why they call like third world? Why do they lie when they know we're first world? What about the great university of Timbuktu, built before them even
Blast
wish?
Radio, B96.
What about the great Imhotep and the temples of Luxor? And they're just finding out that the world is round. And whoa, oh, oh, why they call it third world? Why do they lie when they know we're first world? Why they call it third world? Why do they lie when they know we're first world? First, 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 first. First, 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 first. First, 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 first. First, 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 first. Oh, oh, oh. What about all the mathematical and equilateral shapes? Long before Pythagoras was laid. What about our ethical principles and duality?